Hello and welcome to this first video where I will teach you how to fight bots with bots. So if you are a QA tester or a junior developer who want to learn how to code, then you are on the good channel. I really love teaching, I really love coding, and I fucking hate bots. I love coding bots, but I hate bots. And so here what we do is that we learn how to create bots to better understand how they do and what is the weak point, what the habit do they have, how they process the botting system, and how to code all bots to fight their bots by reporting and doing video capture and basically add the bot in a database of bots and stuff like that. So plenty of coding around to fight the bots. And so that's the basic idea of this channel. Learn plenty of code by botting. So at the end of the workshop, at the end of all the workshop I will do during these years, you will be able to learn a bit of C# and Unity, a bit of Python, a bit of Lua, because we need to do some add-on in WoW to be able to display the name of bots, display the ID of bots, make our bot and stuff like that. A bit of Raspberry Pi to be able to simulate mouse, keyboard, controller, a bit of SP32 that allow you to do Bluetooth version, a bit of Xbox because WoW is playable by Xbox and it will be fun to learn how to simulate Xbox, a bit of pixel reading of the screen, a bit of full screen reading, webcam reading, a bit of record audio, video, screenshot, stuff like that. Basically, my aim here is to teach you how to become a QA tester that know how to QA test with code. Basically, that's the idea. Is it free? Yes. So basically, I'm just living in Belgium. What you have here is open source and free under a beerware license. It means that if you like the content, you can send me a beer over there. The side effect of doing bot is really cool because when you do bot, you realize that you can create tools for people with the problem of accessibility, like people missing a hand or people with an accident that cannot move. And basically, you will see that quickly you will be able to create your own custom inputs and so help people. So if you are someone who likes that, feel free to help them. Blind people, basically, if you do bots, the telemetry you are creating for your bots is the same telemetry you can use to allow blind people or people with visual impairments to be able to play the game. And so if you know someone who want to play World of Warcraft or any game and that want to use this telemetry we are creating for WoW for bots to be able to play to WoW as a human, feel free to ping me, and that's a topic. A third topic is that when you do these impairments here, you need to extract data, and when you extract data, you have color telemetry that I'm creating here. So I expose color in WoW with add-on, and then I recover it to be able to know the information in WoW without using cheat engine. So I just use public data that is add-on public data. And the Quest 3 has camera, and now the camera is accessible since 4 months here. And so if you filter the camera of WoW, you can technically send data information from your screen to your Quest. And so technically you can play in the Quest 3 without Wi-Fi connection network stuff, just by looking at the screen. And that's something I will explore in those topic. So yeah, so let's start the lesson by just doing the skipping tutorial part. So you create some account in World of Warcraft. So I let you learn how to create accounts. I have another video I will do where I explain how to create several accounts, but basically you need to create several accounts on several mail address or on the same mail address. When you have that, you create 4 characters. It can be demonists, it can be priests, but the idea is you create 4 to 6 characters and you try to connect all of them at the same time on the boat. It's very important because on the boat, on the tutorial boat, you can kill those mannequins over there. And the stuff is that the boat is where everybody starts, and you are mandatory to skip the level by doing it. But technically, you can just go to the level 10. So if you go to the level 10, you can skip the full tutorial that is really boring in World of Warcraft Retail. But the stuff is that on the boat, you have lot of players that come in the game. But the problem is that the player is the best killer for bots. If you have bot report from a player, you quickly will be banned. And more you have player report, more you have chance to be suspected, to have some code that run on you and ban you. So that's what we want to do with bots. We want to find them, report them for the algo to find them and kill them. So the idea is that you try to create several accounts and you connect the 4 accounts at the same time, because the bot cannot tolerate more than 4 people. I was expecting 5, but apparently it's 4. So when you have the 4 connected like this, then you are ready to skip the tutorial. It's really important that you have 4, because else you will be reported by some people that start here. And plus, our aim is to do bot without killing the vibe for human. The idea is to create bot that kill bot, but without bothering the human that play the game. Else we are not serving the human. You are not serving the community, because we are white hat. And so now that you want to do that, that you isolate from the humans, we can start the process. So what you need to do here is to tab, attack, tab, attack, tab, attack, tab, attack, and like that you will be able to kill all those stuff over there. But the stuff is that if you do it with human skill like this, you can do it, but it will be really a long night and a boring night. But you could do that. That's what we call a Robin turn or something like that. It's you just focus one window and you attack, and focus one window and attack, and focus one window and attack, and focus one window and attack. But it's boring. So what you can do is use software like Razor, like this one. Pop up. Wait a second. Up. Like this. You buy some Razor that are not technically cheating tool, but I consider them as cheating. So someone using those mouse for playing, they just are big cheater. But you create here a macro and you say, hey, skip level 10. You record. So you do tab 1, 2, 3. Code tab 1, 2, 3, 4, and you stop. And then that's what we call macro. You press, you release, you wait a bit. So basically it's not coding, it's what we call no code, but it starts to be something. So here, what you do is that you click here and you say, hey, I want to do this macro over there, but I want to do it for as long as the toggle is on. And so now you save, you go in World of Warcraft, and you press the button like this. You hope that it works. Here, okay. So now, as you can see, it will toggle the process. It will attack, and then attack, and then attack. And like this, you can skip the level 10. So basically here, as you can see, you don't really need something else than a basic software from a mouse to be able to skip the level 10 without cheating with tool or coding on stuff like that. You just any repetition software like Razor or like AutoHotkey. So I won't use AutoHotkey, but there is something called AutoHotkey, and you can see that here it's still typing. Why is it still typing? It's because we are using a keyboard simulator, the Razor one, and the stuff is that Razor is just simulating key. So basically when you are outside of the game, it continue to type. That's really boring. So to avoid that, what you can do is have some small PC and run that on a small PC and more control on a small PC instead of your main PC. But that's another topic. So basically Razor is this stuff over there, but what happened is that you could use something that is called AutoHotkey, like this. An AutoHotkey is a very old website that is well known that allow you to automate with a bit of code proper to them some keyboard, some action, listening to the keyboard and stuff like that. And so basically, if you want, you can learn how to use that. The stuff is that, as you can see, it's a language that is for AutoHotkey. It's not Lua, it's not C Sharp. And so the fact that it's not in Lua or C Sharp or Python, a language that I love, then I'm a bit eh. So what I use is not AutoHotkey, but it's some software that I design. So if you go in a repository over here, I have done something that is called Scratch to Warcraft. Here. And Scratch to Warcraft is the idea to allow kids to learn how to play World of Warcraft with Scratch. That is something that is a language, a programming language for kids, basically. But the stuff is that we won't do that in this video because it's another topic. What we don't want us is to use this tool. So basically how you can do that. You can, here, click over there, say download the zip, and it will download the code on your PC. When you have this code, you can unzip it like this. Extract all. Yes. So now that we extract all this code over there, like this, you have a toolbox that will allow you to simulate keyboard and send them to an application. It's not proper to World of Warcraft, it works for most of the game, but here we'll use it for Warcraft. And when I created it, it was for World of Warcraft, but you can use it in Firefox, you can use it on 10 Second Ninja and plenty of other games. So what we need to do is to execute those code over there, those scripts. The stuff is that you can see that it's .py, and .py, it means that you need to use Python. So you need to go on the website python.org, like this. You download python.org, and when you download it here, like this, you will have something that look like this. Wait a second. So me, it's already installed. So he will say, hey, do you want to update it or do you want to install it? And I will just say update. But you should have something that say, do you want to do this? And you say yes, yes. So you, how to say that? You have two buttons, one that allow admin and allow pass. You say yes, yes. And then continue, next, 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 next. And when you're at the end, you say also, I allow the path. And ta-da, you have installed Python. I'm sorry to not showing you that. It's because I need to uninstall, and uninstall will take like 4 minutes, and I don't want to speak for 4 minutes in now. So basically, that's the idea. So when you have installed Python on your computer, what you need to do now is to install a small toolbox. So the idea is that now that your computer understands what is the Python language, you need to say, hey, I need those toolbox over there. Here. You need Python to install paperclip that allow you to put some code in your clipboard. Use utility for Windows. pget your Windows that will get information from Windows. WebSocket that allow you to create some network stuff. And pwindows that will allow you to simulate fake input for the keyboard or for the application. So we'll take that like this, copy it, we do Windows R. So here, command prompt. So you do CMD, or you just say, hey, I want to type some command prompt like this. Now what you do is that you copy that and you say enter. So basically it will go on your Python computer and on your Python tool, and he will say, hey, I need to install all that, and he will start to install everything like this. Ta-da! It should last like 2, 3, 4 minutes. Me, it's already installed, so he say, hey, it's already installed. If it doesn't work, sometimes you just need to put a tree, a py tree like this in front, But yeah. So now that it's installed on your computer, you have Python, you have your game that is ready, you have all the toolbox that Python need to be able to speak to your computer and simulate stuff. So now we just need to execute it. So download, Scratch to Warcraft, then Python bridge. Here you have some script. We want to use the integer to Warcraft script over there. So if I launch it, this, it launched the editor. That is the code that allows to simulate everything. So if you are curious about how I'm doing it, all the code is over there. It's just fake injection of keyboard to the specific application World of Warcraft. Sorry, my English is not the best. So now that you have that, what you don't want to do is you don't want to see the code, you want to execute the code. So you right click on here. My computer has some difficulty, sorry. Yep. Then you say, I want to execute a Python script. And you will see he will launch some black window that is the command prompt. And in this command, he will say, hey, you asked me to send some stuff to World of Warcraft, and I realized that World of Warcraft, you have those windows that is open. We have 5 of them. Here is the ID of the window. And so if you send me some message over there on one of those address, I should be able to listen to those message and do action in the game. So you need to send some information on this IP and on this port over there. So if you want to code yourself, what we'll do in the exercise, you can use any language, any game engine. You just need to send UDP message over there. So what we'll do is that we'll go in the sample. If you go here in Scratch demo, and then you look at key 1 tab over there, and we say, hey, I want to use this one. And you say view the code. We'll be able to see the code. Let me just close Unity because we don't need it. Voilà. So it looks like this. So it say, hey, there is this address that I need to contact, that is myself. Here is the port, that is the application I want to target, so the black window over there. And here is the index of the player I want to play on. So the player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so you have some information that allow you to compress those data and send them. And you have this while, that means do that until it's not true anymore. And it's true, so it will do it every time. And the idea here is to say, hey, I want to press this, and this, and this, and this. And those numbers, if you look at my website, it is over there. It is the one of Windows. So Windows use those numbers over there to simulate keyboard. And me, what I'm doing is I say, hey, if you send me this, I will press escape. And if you send this, I will stop pressing escape. You see? And so you have all the keyboard of your computer over there that you can simulate through this Python program. And that's what we will do here. So basically now we want to say, yes, I want to execute this one. So yes, run the Python script like this. And you can see that it's sending all those information over there. So it's saying, hey, could you press this to this game over there? You can press this key. And then this you release. And then you press and you release and you press and you release, and you do that all the time. And as you can see, it's sending information in the game. So the idea here is that you need to jump a bit to wake them up from time to time. So don't forget to do that to avoid being disconnected. But the idea here is that I'm sending fake information, fake input to this Windows, to this Windows, to this Windows, to this Windows. So it's not another computer, it's the same computer. I have some other code that allow you to target computer and not the application, but yeah. So here, now you just need to wait, and as everybody is killing the mob, it will go quite fast. It's like 1 hour or two, I think. So fast, it's relatively fast, but yeah, like this. And so why did I took the priest? Is because if I remember well, you quickly have the power explosion. Dun, Flash, shadow, smite. I remember that we have the explosion, but apparently not. So we'll use this one. Why I'm using this one is because this one is it's on time, but it do more damage. So this one do like 19, and this one it kind of do the same. 3 shadow damage than 19. Yeah, it's better when it's a demonist. It's because I saw one time someone that was using explosion, and I think it's a mage. I don't remember which of them can explode, but when you do explosion, it go really fast. And so here, and ta-da, you have to wait. So basically now what you need to do is to wait a bit, and you will be able to be level 10 and skip the tutorial. You see, you just I don't know if you saw, but all the characters just sit at the same time. It's something that is really important to not do, because if you have a player who see you, he will see two people sit at the same time, or fire at the same time, or do something at the same time, they know it's a bot, and you will have a report immediately. So yeah, if you are someone who wants to survive as a bot, you need to blend in and not do bot stuff, basically. And that's the hard part of coding a bot, is to do bot that you're not sure, because the limit between a bot and a human is really hard to see sometimes. It's really easy to see a bot. It's really hard to see a player and saying, hey, it's a bot, and then you follow it for like 20 minutes, and you're like, not sure. And effectively, it's a human. And so some human are really doing some stuff that you could consider as a bot, but no. So the hard part is to be sure that it's a bot. Most of the time, 95% of the time, you know it. But yeah, so if you do this, for example, there is no doubt about botting here. So yeah, that was a small tutorial, a small video to start this channel over there. So my only rules is that I'm teaching you how to make bots, to be able to fight bots. So if you are a white hat, help us fight bots. If you are a black hat and you do your mafia and stuff like that, help us fight bots. Having bots on the server, even as a black hat, is a bad situation, because you have people that try to report you. You have bots that are selling market instead of you. So it's not a good stuff to have bot in your server. So just report them. White hat or black hat, just report them, because we hate bots. So yeah, hope you like this video. May the code be with you. Have fun learning, and I see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.